What up guys, it's Scott here with Barsco Garage, and this episode is really just a little bit of fun. Do you own a car that you have no reason to own, that takes up space that could be replaced with a better car, but yet you still hold on to it? You have no idea what you're going to do with it, you can't really fix it up, you don't really want to part it out. I do. So this episode, as I said, is just a little bit of fun, and I'm just going to air out my dirty laundry and put myself on blast a little bit and show you my 1987 JD Camira 5-speed manual wagon, 4-cylinder, no guts, doesn't even run that well, but it's mine, I own it. Why do I own this car? So as a car guy, I suppose I should get into my history a little bit with why I have a soft spot for Holden Camiras. When I was a kid, my grandfather owned a Holden Camira, and it was like our family car. And long story short, one night it went missing. Someone, people stole it, they took it for a joyride, and we found it the next day and it was trashed and it went straight to the scrap heap. It was about 2002 when that happened, and I always vowed that I would get another Camira or something like that, and I thought, well, why not, So I was working at my day job, and a guy drove into the yard with this Camira wagon, and it was all beat up. I was surprised it was even registered, to be honest. And I got talking to him, I was like, yeah, it's good to see the Camiras around and stuff like that, like I am a fan. And let him know that I was interested in the car, and a couple of weeks later he drove back into the yard and he was in an XF Falcon, and I was like, where's the Camira at? And I was back home, and I don't know really what I should do with it and all the rest of it. And I said, listen, I'll come around after work. We negotiated a price. He just put a brand new battery in it, so I did pay $100 for it, but I got the whole car for $100. We drove it home, and there it sat. And I've owned this car now, I want to say, for about a year and a couple months. It's just part of my fleet. I keep it started, I keep it moving. Did basic things to it, changed its oil when I first got it. I did the interior, as you can see, it looks pretty smick. But for what reason? So obviously I always wanted to get another Camira after my grandfather's. He had a JB 1982, this is a 1987 JD. So it's not even really the right model, but obviously you don't see a lot of Camiras around. And when I saw one and I thought, well, if I can get it for $100 and it's got plates on it and I can drive it home, it's $100 well spent. So I own this car, and I really, really don't know what to do with it. There's no money in these cars if I was to part it out. They're not sought after. No one really likes them. So, it's a 4-cylinder, it's a 5-speed manual, everything's plastic. What can I do with this car? I'm struggling for ideas, but that's the reason in a nutshell that I own one, that I have a soft spot for them, that I always will like them, even though they cop a lot of shit from people. I still like it. And yeah, just got to figure out what to do with it. I just bought this car, I was pretty excited about it. I just started work on it like the next day after I bought it, and I did do stuff like vinyl dye the interior. It was just the old blue color there, and kind of went through and did it all. These seat covers have probably seen better days. As I was saying, it isn't watertight, and there is wildlife living in it. But yeah, the interior didn't come out too bad, to be honest. So it's been a little while since I fired this bad boy up, but that's not too bad. Look at that dash, look at that CD. No, it's not a CD player, it's a tape player. I have an Alpine CD changer down there. How archaic is that? But it is a 5-speed manual though. Oh, look at that. Yeah, nah, not really. How many K's on the clock? 329,000, my God. So this is it, guys, and it is rough. It is probably one of the roughest I've seen. It looks better on camera than it does in person, I'll tell you what. Funny story, driving at home though, those indicators shook themselves out. I've got replacements. But nah, this is it, just in a nutshell, just a quick walk around of it. As far as rust goes, the tailgate's the worst. This latch here, I dare say, is just held together all with putty, with Bondo. There's a plate that goes on the inside here that the previous owner had cut out. I do have it still. It's at my apartment, not here in the yard with me, but as far as the interior goes, it is all here. Got a new bottle of oil as well. But as far as rust goes, that's really the only bad place that I can see on this car. Quickly, that's the motor there. I have to correct myself. It is actually a JE Camira, not a JD Camira. Makes little to no difference, but that is the donk there. Leaks a bit of oil, doesn't blow any smoke. Does turn over first turn of the key. Could do with probably a bit of a freshen up. I have done the plugs and the oil, as I said before, but yeah, probably wouldn't be driving cross country with it anytime soon, that's for sure. Alright guys, so just a quick video there of my JE Camira, the car that I have for no reason, have no real plans for, but still love. So if you're in the same boat as me and you have a car like that, I'm keen to hear it. Get in contact with me. To everybody that has liked and subscribed to the channel so far, I really do appreciate it. I aim to be more regular with the videos on this channel real soon. If you like 80s Holdens, definitely stay tuned, because I've got a real nice one coming up in the next videos. As well as the XF Falcon. So I've sorted myself out with a welder. I'm waiting on like the lower panel from Rare Spares, just like the lower like sheet metal and stuff like that. As well as like a few more parts to come in, which I'm going to show in the next video anyway. So yeah, that one's still going on. Don't think that I've forgotten about it. So yeah, as I said, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time around.